Not every anime maintains the magic that made fans fall in love with it in the first place. Some shows start strong, delivering gripping stories, unforgettable characters, and compelling arcs, only to drift off course midway through. Whether because of rushed storytelling, bloated arcs, or poorly executed twists, these anime lost their footing and left audiences divided. Food Wars. Burned out with a forced finale. For 4 seasons, Food Wars. Shokyuchi no Soma blended over-the-top culinary battles with comedy and fan service. Soma Yukihira's rise through Tatsuki Academy was fun, and the victory over the Elite 10 felt like the perfect place to conclude the story. Instead, Season 5 introduced the Blue Tournament, a redundant arc with exaggerated opponents and little real growth for Soma. While it wrapped up the Nakiri family story, it felt more like reheated leftovers than a fresh course. Death Note couldn't match the genius of its first half. Few anime rival the brilliance of Death Note's first arc, where Light Yagami and L waged a psychological war of wits. But when L died, the narrative lost its edge. His successors, Nier and Mello, lacked the charisma of their predecessor, and the final arc felt like a weaker imitation. Though Light's downfall was inevitable, fans were left with a sense that the journey there wasn't nearly as sharp or satisfying. Sword Art Online lost its identity. Sword Art Online began with a gripping premise. Players trapped in a virtual MMORPG must fight to survive. That mix of tension and stakes made its debut arc unforgettable. But as the series jumped between new worlds like Alfheim, Gungale, and the Underworld, it drifted from what made it compelling. While later arcs had exciting moments, the series struggled with consistency, leaving fans unsure what kind of story it wanted to be. Darling in the Franxx collapsed under a last-minute twist. Stylish and intriguing at first, Darling in the Franxx combined action with themes of identity and rebellion. For much of its run, it held strong, but the sudden introduction of the alien race Vitarum derailed everything. Instead of building on the themes of its world, the anime shifted into a jarring galactic battle, making the finale feel disconnected and rushed. What could have been a modern mecha classic instead became infamous for its messy ending. Naruto abandoned its underdog heart. Early Naruto thrived on the story of a scrappy outsider fighting for recognition. With strong arcs like the Chunin exams and the Pain Invasion, it seemed unstoppable. But the final act lost that emotional grounding. Overblown power levels, endless villain reveals, and the introduction of Kaguya diluted Naruto's original charm. Instead of the underdog story fans loved, it became a cosmic-scale battle where destiny overshadowed perseverance. Fairy Tail never found its narrative core. Unlike other shonen giants, Fairy Tail never felt like it had a clear direction. While the guild's adventures were colorful and fun, the story often leaned on random twists, future timelines, secret bloodlines, or surprise villains, without much cohesion. By the final battle, the narrative threads felt disjointed, leaving fans to wonder what the story could have been if it had committed to its strongest ideas earlier. Tokyo Ghoul anime went off script. Sui Ishida's Tokyo Ghoul manga built a reputation for dark storytelling and emotional depth. The anime, however, diverged wildly in its second season. Kaniki's sudden alliance with Aojirai Tree baffled viewers, stripping him of agency and momentum. Instead of the haunting, complex journey found in the manga, the anime delivered a confused and hollow adaptation that left fans disappointed. Bleach stumbled before its comeback. During its peak, Bleach was a cultural force, with the Soul Society arc cementing it as a shonen powerhouse. But as the Arrancar saga dragged on and the Skyushin arc stumbled, pacing issues and filler bogged it down. The original anime ended abruptly in 2012, leaving a bitter taste. Thankfully, Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War has revived its legacy with a return to form. Yu Yu Hakusho rushed its conclusion. One of the greats of shonen, Yu Yu Hakusho delivered thrilling arcs like the Dark Tournament, which still holds up today. But its final saga, focused on Yusuke's demonic heritage, felt rushed and underdeveloped. Characters faded into the background, and the story seemed to fizzle out rather than conclude. Though still beloved, the anime's finale serves as a reminder of how even iconic series can stumble. Final thoughts. Anime thrives when it balances creativity with consistency, but these shows demonstrate how easily a story can lose its way. Whether due to studio pressures, overextended narratives, or misplaced twists, once a series goes off the rails, it rarely regains the same magic that first drew in fans.